Hello everybody, welcome to the White Tiger Tarot and welcome to your reading about what it is that you are not seeing right now. So we are going to clarify something that you are not currently seeing or not noticing or missing, some key piece of information that you need along your path right now. And as always on my channel, we are completely customized with each and every reading. Spirit picks every single deck that we use in each and every reading, so no pile is completely the same as far as decks used, as far as the messages. They are completely different and customized for you guys for each and every pile. So I will give you guys some time before we jump into your reading to meditate in silence, and I will see you there. Hello, pile number one. Welcome to your reading about what it is that you're currently not seeing. A key piece of information that you need along your path that you may be missing or not seeing. So you guys chose the pile with the amethyst, and I'll put it right up here for you guys. And the Three of Cups with these cute little kittens. All right, so that will be your significator card, and I'll leave it right at the top here. All right, so I'm just gonna consult with Spirit and see where they would like to take you guys first, if it's with this deck or with a... Okay, we're gonna go with an oracle deck first. All right, so we're gonna go with the archetype deck. I'm gonna put these to the side until they're ready for them. So, Spirit, for pile number one, what is it that they are not seeing? What key piece of information are they not seeing about their current situation? Wow, okay, so you have the Healer. Light attributes: passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit. Ability to transform pain into healing. Shadow attributes: taking advantage of those who need help, failing to care for oneself. Okay, so maybe you guys are healers. I don't know if you know this already or not, but that is part of the message of what you are not seeing. So we'll get more information. Maybe you don't know your full potential. Maybe it's part of a group for you. Maybe there's some friend group that you're meant to maybe heal or deal with clients. Or maybe you're having some kind of celebration soon, maybe over some kind of success over starting a healing business or beginning a practice, possibly. Or maybe being healed yourself, right? Okay, so they want another one of these. Okay, two more. Interesting, there's a lot with three. So we got three of these cards. We got the Three of Cups. Okay, so you have Damsel. Light attributes: understanding the nature of healthy romance inspires you to rely on yourself. Shadow attributes: waiting for a knight to provide for you. Seduction by romantic illusion. And we have Poet. Light attribute: expresses soul insights in symbolic language. Shadow attributes: turns a lyric gift to negative or destructive effect. All right. Okay, we're gonna get more cards. It's interesting, they want to go to this tarot deck. So it's like they only wanted this card from this deck. So there's something significant about the three. All right, so you have the Two of Wands. And you have the Seven of Swords. Okay, so I am getting a message here about speaking what you want into existence and making sure that it's coming from a place of gratitude and love and joy. Okay, and especially if you're someone who's in the healing arts, making sure that every time you speak, you know, you're very careful with your words and how you portray your message, especially if maybe it's part of healing, is maybe you sharing messages. Maybe your music is part of your healing gift. Okay, so they just want you to make sure, even when you just speak to people, that it's coming from a place of gratitude and joy, and that there is so much to be joyful about. There is so much to be thankful and loving about. Yeah, and they also, maybe you've come into some kind of energy where someone maybe has been deceptive or hasn't been quite honorable with you. Okay, that could be romantic or in a friendship possibly. But why this happened? They want you to know. So they want to tell you why this happened. That this person came in to make sure that you turn to yourself first, because maybe you were relying on them too much for, could be support, could be, you know, confidence, inspiration, right? And or love even, right? To a certain degree. So they showed you who this person was, and this person was in your life for a reason, to show you that, you know, that not to rely, not to like put anyone on a pedestal above yourself, above, you know, who you are, what you believe, what you think. Okay, that is the most important thing. And they kind of put this person in your path to make you more self-reliant. Okay, so that is what you're not seeing. Maybe you don't see the full picture of why this person came into your life, why this happened in your life. You know, why did God, or why did Source, why did my guides put this person on my path? What was the meaning to this, right? And it was to realize what an actual healthy relationship looks like. And to point you closer to healthy relationships, okay? 3 of Cups, healthy friendships, people who are actually supportive, people who are actually loving, people who actually want the best for you, okay? So it could be romantic or friendship, but that's why this happened. That's why you saw this person for who they were, why they showed themselves as this kind of deceptive person, or however it came about, okay? But yeah, I definitely see your healing. So it's interesting because there's a lot here. Okay. I feel like these 2 cards are connected, and this is its own message. Okay. So these are connected here. But yeah, your healing abilities are very connected with your words and speaking love, sharing loving ideas, loving thoughts in some way, or your honest truth, okay? And they want you to just make sure that you're always speaking from a place of love, okay? Because our words are spells, they become things. But yeah, I see you expanding. If you are a healer, I see you expanding in that world. Branching out, trying new things. And maybe the trying new things is you speaking in some new way, or being put in a spotlight, or maybe you're writing something. Maybe you're writing a book, maybe you're writing instructional videos, or, you know, could be all kinds of things, or you're expressing what you do in a new way. This could also be a card of traveling for those who resonate with it. Maybe you're expanding to a new place, adding something new onto your roster of what it is you do, of services that you provide. There's some kind of expansion here with your healing service. For those of you who don't resonate with being a healer, you could be someone who's receiving a lot of healing right now. And I see that you are expanding in new ways because of this healing. Okay, so let's see where Spirit wants to take us next. We're gonna actually pull some more cards here. What does Pile 1 need to know that they are not seeing? Okay, so we have the, wow, Page of Wands and the Queen of Wands. All right, so you're beginning, yeah, like we said, with this expansion goes so well with that message, because this is you beginning something new creatively, right? And something that you're very passionate about. And this is you like finding yourself within that, finding your confidence, finding that passion, and I feel like you have this glow up because you're gaining so much confidence within this new start, within this new beginning, within this expansion that you're starting. Okay, it's really going to show you that you are doing the right thing, that you are on the right path, that you are good at this. Okay, like this is what you're meant to be doing here. This is like you in your confidence, in your power, and people are gonna look to you as this person like, oh, this is what they do and they're good at it. And like I see a lot of people sharing who you are, getting a lot of clients or getting a lot of business, getting a lot of interest in you and what it is you do, because you're that good at it. And I feel like you're very much yourself, and that attracts a lot of people. And you bring creativity to it, you bring freshness, you bring fun. Okay, I definitely see a lot of funness, a lot of power here. But yeah, you're expanding in a new way that's really going to heighten your gifts, heighten your power, heighten your strength, and heighten your confidence in yourself and what it is you do. That's interesting. Okay. Spirit is bringing me to this little deck here. Doesn't have any photos on it, but it's just straight up messages. Okay. So we have the Queen of Cups. I forget what this deck is called. This is one of the first decks that I learned on. Okay, Queen of Cups. Yeah, you're super connected. You're a very, very powerful healer because you're very connected with the intuitive side of yourself, with your emotions, and you trust yourself. You trust what you feel. You trust your feelings. And that makes you a very powerful creator that is very unique, okay, and healer. Okay, yes, we have the Emperor, leading yourself, taking leadership, having people look to you as a leader, okay, following your lead, trusting you, trusting your word, okay, coming to you for what it is you have to say or the knowledge that you carry. All right, and this is the Nine of Swords. We have the Seven of Swords again. We have the King of Cups. So the King and the Queen of Cups. We have Strength, and I'll get two more. So we have divine counterparts here. That's interesting. We have the Six of Wands. So yeah, a lot of success and recognition. Wow, and then the Ten of Pentacles. Beautiful. Okay, so I think wow, and then the Star just flipped out. So, if you guys have been worrying, stressing out a little bit about, am I going to be well known for this? Is my gifts going to spread? Are people going to hear about me? Am I going to be successful with this? Yes. Okay. We have the Six of Wands under the Nine of Swords. So it's just like having a bit of worry about, is this going to take off? Am I going to be known for my work? Am I going to have that success that I wish for, that I dream for? And this is saying, oh yeah, okay. And the Seven of Swords coming out twice. whatever that was deceptive or any kind of energy that was here that was deceiving you was holding you back. It was holding you back from knowing yourself as this true power, and you had to see it to either stand in that power and look only to yourself, like only have yourself as a compass, because maybe it was really shady and you weren't sure if you were feeling the right thing. I feel like this was meant for you to, so you could completely trust your own feeling. Okay, so you could completely trust in yourself, in how you felt. Okay, because sometimes Source will bring these people or these energies into our lives that are sneaky, or they're not with pure intention. And it's only so that we strengthen our own sense of intuition, so that we trust it when it does reveal itself, or that we feel it and then it proves to us to be right. Okay. That was blocking you from the 10 of Pentacles. That was blocking you from this foundation, from like the ultimate, career success. This is like having that foundational finances and just stability. Like this is the ultimate, right? You can't get higher than the 10 of Pentacles. This is having that, hitting the jackpot, like beginning your legacy. Okay. And I feel like maybe there was someone around you who just wasn't supporting that, or for whatever reason, their energy was blocking it, or you were maybe looking to them too much for what they thought, or you kind of put off your own ideas on the back burner for their ideas. There was something there like that. But now that that's gone, now that that's revealed, you now can stand in your own power, in your own strength here, with strength, and achieve your dreams. Put all your focus into your dreams, into what it is you want to create. Okay, so where you're the star of the show, with the Queen of Wands and the Star, right? And the Six of Wands and the Emperor, right? These are all like the main event. These are all people who are well known. These are people who people see, that people know for something, that are leaders in some way. Okay, I do see divine counterparts here. I mean, that could be for some of you where it's like you're gonna meet someone soon, because maybe this energy was blocking love as well. But for others of you, this is like a very, very high, this could be just an inner balance within your emotions, within your masculine and feminine. And so it's like this unstoppable energy that now's the time. I feel like certain energies have been cleared away. They've been shown that we're blocking. Now the blocks are removed, and now you're good to go to focus on yourself, focus on the dream, focus on what it is you're here to create. There is some wish here, some manifestation that you've been wanting to create, and now is the time. Okay, now is the time, now that this stuff has been cleared out. And if it hasn't been cleared out already, it will be soon. Maybe you kind of feel someone being a little shady in your life. And once that is gone, okay, and maybe it's their judgment, whatever it is that was stopping us from maybe truly stepping into our power, from maybe truly expressing ourselves as we are, as soon as they're not in the picture anymore, or care, what they're thinking or what they're saying, because we see their true colors, it's like then the success comes in, then the true, us shows up, and that's what's able to hit the 10. That's what's able to bring us to that level of success that we've been really praying for, that we've been hoping for, that we've been working towards. Okay, the block is now being removed. Wow. Beautiful message. Beautiful message. So yeah, you're literally stepping into your purpose, your power, why you came here. You are now achieving the dream, a lot of you are going to be very well known, okay? And I feel like it's because you always stayed true to yourself. You never lost sight of what was truly important, which is love, which is the healing, which is, you know, source and truth. Okay. And whatever was in your life here that wasn't, the energy wasn't, it wasn't that. Okay. It wasn't love. It wasn't truth. It was only there to show you the power of you, to refocus your energy back to you, back to trusting you, back to trusting your intuition, back to trusting God's source, spirit. Okay. And refocusing that attention onto your path, onto your purpose, onto your mission. All right. Okay, so that was your reading, pile number 1, and what a beautiful one it was. If this reading resonated with you, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss another reading. And please leave a comment. Please shout out pile 1 and let me know if this resonated with you, if this hit home a little bit. And if you'd like a personal reading, you can book that with me down in the description box. I also do energy healing. If you're interested, I do hypnotherapy, which is very spiritual, very deep, and very profound. So if you would like to check that out, or if you have any questions, you can email me, which is also down below. Otherwise, I will see you guys on the next reading. All of my love, pile 1. Peace. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading about what it is that you're not seeing right now. Some kind of key piece of information that you need for your path to go along forward in your path. Or maybe something that you've been questioning that you need answers to. And I apologize, I forgot to clear the rock of the last reading. So excuse me while I clear that. The card that you guys were attracted to, is the 10 of Cups. Okay, it's the 10 of water here in this deck. And it's interesting because this deck talks about this, it's this time of like pure potential. So it looks like an eclipse. I mean, maybe this solar eclipse, that's exactly what it looked like, was something really big for you. Maybe it's clearing a lot of energy. I see 3 paths here. So maybe you're at a bit of a crossroads, or there is a big decision to make, or there are new passions. I accidentally said, so maybe that's true. Or there's new paths opening up. So we'll put that at the top of your reading here. And I'm going to allow Spirit to guide me to, okay, so they do want to start with the tarot. So what does pile number 2 need to know about something that they're not seeing right now? Something they're missing? What kind of information do you need to give them about something they're not seeing? Okay, so we have Justice. All right. Justice. We have the King of Pentacles. Oops. We have the Queen of Wands. Well, we have the Ace of Cups. And I'll get one more. One more for pile number 2. Oh. Okay, they want 3 more. Okay, so you have the 7 of Swords. And you have the 2 of Swords and the 7 of Wands. Okay, so the first thing they're drawing my attention to is with this eclipse, this was big for you guys, okay? This was big for you guys. And what's happening here is that energy is shifting. It's almost going from like complete opposites and it's shifting. So it's like you're going from a place of darkness, maybe where things felt dark. It felt like things were difficult. Maybe you didn't have a lot of answers, okay? You kept looking for answers. Yeah, maybe through readings. Maybe you couldn't see really what was happening. Maybe it was probably all energetic is what I'm getting. But you're having a new beginning here with the Ace of Cups. Okay, so there is a new path opening up. There is a new beginning that you're about to walk down. And it's like, yeah, that's why you have the 10 of Cups. It's like you are going towards your fulfillment, your complete and total happiness, what it is that you want. Okay, and I see it's because you see yourself in a new light. You have this newfound confidence within yourself. It's like you see yourself for truly who you are, and you know your power. You know what it is you're here to do. And so I feel like with this power, with this creative force, you are now, the energy is now shifting. You're getting this new beginning. You're finally getting answers and clarity after a time of darkness, of winter. All right, yeah, with the 7 of fire, the 7 of wands, this is Neptune over here. Neptune, it literally is the 12th house. It's Piscean energy. Okay, so we were just coming out of that about a month ago. But it's mystery, right? It's shrouded in mystery. And we have the 2 of swords here, which is the same. It's not being able to see much, not being able to have any kind of physical evidence. It's kind of all been maybe shifting within the self and having to still have the confidence and have the knowing of moving in the right direction without a lot of, maybe evidence, or without a lot of maybe money or support. Okay. But it is in your cards. It is in your destiny here with the 7 of swords, with the I Ching here and the yin and the yang. It is in your destiny to be prosperous, okay? To be abundant, to possibly, have your own business or build up your life into a very comfortable one that is very fulfilling, okay? Very rewarding, one where you make a lot of money and have a lot of finances, all right? So for whatever reason, the work that was needed to be done was in the dark, was in this shroud of mystery, of not having a lot of answers, maybe not having a lot of resources, okay? But with this new beginning, this is leading you to your 10 of Cups, to your ultimate fulfillment, to your wish, to, your happiness, okay? And this was always meant for you, but you had to figure out who you were without it. And you had to come to the conclusion of, yes, I deserve this. Yes, I am powerful. Yes, I am, talented, creative, beautiful, all without having these maybe physical proofs of it, without having maybe the success or the money that comes with that. And it's like you had to find your confidence in yourself without first finding the success. And the success now is coming because you have done that. Okay, so I'm going to let Spirit guide me to, okay, so we're going to go to the archetype. All right, so we have mediator, light attributes, gift for negotiating fairness and strategy in personal and professional life, respect for both sides of an argument, shadow attribute, negotiating with an ulterior motive or hidden agenda, either personally or professionally. Okay, so I mean, you guys could be like maybe in law or in maybe a lawyer, maybe a psychologist or a guidance counselor, something like that, a social worker, healer. You don't have to be. But this also reminds me of the Justice card here. That's the first message that I got. It reminds me of Libra energy. Just that fairness, being balanced, helping. Maybe you like to help other people in some way, but you have this like very fair, discerning energy about you. And I feel like you're very good at business and you're gonna be amazing in whatever endeavor that you choose to be in, that you are choosing to be in, that you have the skill, the talent, the ability to be this successful person. And now you have the confidence. And I feel like for whatever reason, with this eclipse, it shifted. And okay, so you have the healer. All right, so it says light attributes: passion to serve others, body, mind, and spirit, ability to help transform pain into healing. Shadow attributes: taking advantage of those who need help, failing to care for oneself. So what you do could definitely be something that helps people heal in some way or another. All right, so working with clients, you could be a reader yourself. You could be a healer, you could be a psychiatrist, a lawyer, whatever it is, but you help people, okay? And it is your time to step into that. It is your time now to build that success in your physical world through this medium. Now I have to say this because you have a lot of similar cards to pile number one. If you were attracted to also pile number one, there may be a message in there for you. Okay, so I would check that out if you feel called. I'm gonna grab some more cards. All right. They want you to have one of these. I feel like you helped heal yourself, change your own mind. And so maybe you're gonna help other people do the same thing so they can get to the level that you got to, so they can pull themselves out of a dark situation just like you did. Help heal their heart, heal their mind in some way. Okay, so we have 38 with restore and replenish. I will read some of this out of the book for you guys. Wow, turned right to it, look at that. Okay, it says, you are in need of something so much deeper than rest. You need restoration, replenishment, and revival. This will not necessarily come from lying about somewhere, taking a moment out of your day or evening activities. You are more likely to gain what you need by breaking with your routine completely and doing something different. You need some variety, some spice, some change to bring fresh energy into your body, mind, and heart. You need to restore and revive yourself by changing the usual flow of energy through your being. You could stimulate this process by going to a different place, meeting different people, and taking different action to what you usually do. You can return to your regular routine in time if it feels good for you. However, it is now time to move without pushing yourself beyond what is known, comfortable, and familiar. This oracle also comes as a message from the great loving guardian, which is life itself. You have been working so hard and have accomplished so much already. However, you often sell your accomplishments short and focus on how much more is yet to be done. Life is telling you that it's time to put down the paintbrush, the pen, the endless lists, and the thinking mind, and get into your body. Take the time to experience yourself in and of nature. Remember how to just be. In doing so, even for a relatively short amount of time, you will feel more of yourself and ready for the next phase. You might be surprised what just a day or two of this can do for you. Restoration does not have to be a long and involved process, especially if it is attended to when needed. This oracle is also confirmation that you are in an important transition phase between one level experience and the next. Okay, that's interesting because that's what we're picking up with this justice, with this total shift. And maybe you have been, some of you have been in this time of rest and restoration, right? In that darkness, in that like, almost like womb-like energy. For others of you, this is advice for you to go in. Maybe there is more that needs restored. Maybe you do need maybe a healing of some kind. So Reiki or any kind of body, spirit healing, hypnosis. okay? Whatever resonates for you. There's a lot of videos on YouTube. Or maybe you need like an osteopath or something like that, right? Or just a massage or just a bath, right? But there is maybe some healing that needs to be done. Maybe you need to see a therapist. Maybe it would help you to talk to someone about things that you've been through, in whatever form that you need to do that or would like to do that. Even if you are one of these things yourself, it always helps. I always like going to healing sessions myself, even though I provide them as well. But yeah, I do feel like you are going through a massive shift in your life. And so maybe that's why they're just telling you to be easy on yourself right now. Make sure that you're rested and taken care of, because this is heavy energy, right, that we're dealing with during these shifts, during this massive transformation in your life, possibly. Okay. If you feel as though you are treading water or in a sort of purgatory somewhere between your old life and your new life, then this particularly applies to you. If you can't quite break into the level you are reaching for, have faith. You are just taking a breather between races. Soon you will have the power and energy you need to reach the next level and succeed. If you have been considering a new endeavor or have recently started one, then this oracle brings a message of encouragement. Yes, this is a good step forward for you. You might be worried that you're taking on too much. You are encouraged to take time out to rest and rebalance yourself, but you are supported in your need for new and different experiences to refresh your spirit. You may have let some of these new endeavors go once you have gained what you need from them. However, they are useful now. You are encouraged to trust yourself and to know that you are working consciously to meet your own needs, and this is healthy and good. The oracle of rest, restore, and replenish also comes with guidance for your healing. If you have been under the weather, you will soon be well again. If you have been working on healing your body, mind, or soul, this oracle comes with assurance that what you are doing is working and bringing you benefit. Even if you are yet to experience the full extent of that benefit, continue with your work and know that you are indeed healing. And we should definitely do the healing process. Imagine that you are floating in an ocean that has colors of turquoise to deep green and darkest, deepest blue. Notice what colors feel good. Enter and remain in that space for as long as you like. The water might be warm and sparkling, shallow and heated by the sun, or cool, deep and mysterious. Allow it to be whatever feels good to you. When you are ready, open your eyes and break that routine of yours. You will have completed your healing process. Beautiful. So when we have been in maybe a place of darkness, maybe for some of you, you have been dealing with health issues, right? It's felt maybe like you've been in a long winter period. They're saying, this has not been for nothing. And if you have been working on your health and doing these things, that it is all helping, even if you can't quite see it yet. All right. It is building you into this really powerhouse, honestly. And when this new opportunity, this new beginning comes in, you're going to be so ready to take it because you have been in this restorative energy. Getting to know yourself, getting to know your power, and saving that power, because pretty soon I feel like you're going to need all of that energy to really go forward and put all of your energy into it and make it successful, right? Okay, we're going to take one last card here out of the rune deck. Okay. What do my pile number twos need to know? What they are not seeing right now about this situation they're currently in. Thank you. Yes, beautiful. You're the Daga's rune. You are literally the butterfly right now. You are in a cocoon of healing. Look how similar this energy is. You are just being cocooned, transforming from the inside out. And pretty soon you are going to spread your wings. You are transforming into the butterfly. You are just gestating and becoming and transforming. I will read you this out of the book. All right. Oops. It says, change is dynamic and dramatic. Who could imagine the stunning butterfly would spring from the little caterpillar? As the delicate butterfly unfurls their new wings, a new day dawns, and they are granted a new and higher awareness than they could have previously ever imagined. Below their cocoon hangs in the place where before and after meet. Dagas has a beautiful, brilliant, light-filled energy. It represents the awakening and clarity that daylight brings. What that daylight brings, remember we said that you've been in a winter, you've been in this darkness, and it's about to flip, it's about to switch. You're about to come into the light, into the happiness, to the beauty, to the success. Okay, when this rune appears, there is hope and happiness, bold change, and a new beginning. It is a good time to start something new. Dagas refers to a daily cycle in contrast to longer, gentler time periods like Yera's year cycle. Dagas also speaks of balancing opposite forces such as light and dark, mental and emotional, masculine and feminine, and doubt and certainty. Key words: breakthrough, awakening, enlightenment, balance point, transformation, magical workings. This is a helpful rune for spells if you want to block the bad but still allow the good through. If appropriate, use it in ritual when casting a circle. Okay, beautiful. So just know that during this winter period, this time of darkness or time of maybe, lack, time of maybe not having a lot of answers, not knowing maybe where you're headed, or if this thing is working, if you are truly becoming who you feel you are becoming. It is, yes, and you are going to emerge from this cocoon, from this place of darkness soon, and into the light, into success, into the yeses, into the knowings, into the clarity. Okay, it is coming very, very soon. And that's what you're not seeing, and that's what they want you to know. And I always say this, I don't like doing timing, but I will ask Spirit if you could give us any hint as far as timing for my pile twos, because I know they would like to know when they are coming out of this darkness into the light, when they will finally be able to start to see the results. Okay, so we do have the 4 of Cups. I mean, we are in April. This could be like happening as we speak, or by the, before the end of April. This could also be talking about 4 months, 4 weeks from now. Okay. Any other? Wow. You have the 6 of Cups and the 10 of Cups again. So this is just confirming. So this was your time card, but this is definitely just confirming that I feel like you are... Oh, sorry, this is the 7 of Cups, not the 6. It's like you're coming up with your dreams right now. What you were doing was manifesting, was creating the life that you dreamed of. All right. And pretty soon you're going to have so many options, and so much of your dream is really coming to fruition in light. You have the 10 of Cups twice. You are headed towards ultimate fulfillment. Okay. They want to guarantee that for you. They are saying that, yes, this is true. This is real. Believe it, trust it. Trust in what you feel. Trust in where you're being led. Okay. Trust in the work that you've been doing. And it is coming very, very soon, okay? It might even surprise you. The Four of Cups talks about, you know, us being a little bit bored or stagnant. But Spirit has a cup literally right behind them, about to surprise them with it. So you might be getting an offer pretty soon, or all of a sudden, I feel like the eclipse kind of triggered something. So that could be the April, right? So it's like, it's now starting to shift and to change for you guys. And I mean, we do have the 7. So some of you could be this month, some of you could be July, some of you could be October, right? Or it could happen between that time period from April, from now basically till October. Okay. But that was your message, pile number 2. Thank you so much for coming to your reading today. I hope you enjoyed it. If this reading resonated with you, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss another reading. Leave a comment, shout out pile 2. Let me know what your story is, what's been going on, you know, share. I'd love to hear it. I'd love us to support each other on this channel, you know, just really makes my day. And if you would like a personal reading, you can book that with me down in the description box. I also do energy healing. So I do hypnosis therapy. That is very, very profound and deep. If you have any questions, you can email me down in the description box. Otherwise, I will see you on the next reading, my pile number 2s. All of my love. Peace. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading, all about what you are not seeing currently. And we are asking Spirit to give us some kind of information, some key, to reveal what it is that you need in order to understand deeper about the situation currently, and possibly move forward in a positive way. So you guys chose the Obsidian Stone and the Page of Wands, but you guys actually have 2 significator cards. All right, so you are having a major ending and beginning. You are walking away from something to begin something new. And maybe right now you're just in the stage of learning, you know, maybe taking in everything, all the lessons, all the last bit of information or energy that is there in this old situation for you before you begin your journey. Yeah, so this could be, you know, learning up on something, or maybe just healing or letting go. Yeah, maybe just appreciating and being with those you love before you kind of leave them, leave something behind. Maybe you're finishing up work at a job, or packing up your house, right? It's like, I'm feeling like just these little finishing things before we begin a new journey. I'm just gonna take a sip of my tea. Okay, and I'm going to allow Spirit to guide me where we're gonna start. If we're gonna start with your deck, or we're gonna start with we're gonna start with your tarot deck. What does pile number 3 need to know about what they're not seeing? What is this key piece of information they need? Okay, we have the 2 of Pentacles. Yep, we have the Fool, new beginning, a new start, a leap of faith. Okay, yeah, I see you, like, I feel like you're balancing things out right now, or maybe you're trying to decide things, like as far as where you're gonna live, or maybe, you know, looking at houses or apartments. Maybe you have a couple choices as far as where you're gonna, you know, maybe job offers, or maybe, you know, like different houses, and you're trying to decide what neighborhood or what house or whatever. But yeah, so I feel like there are just these little details that you're dealing with just before you actually leap and go. All right, so we have Justice here. And we have the Devil. Interesting. So, I mean, the fact that it's falling under the Eight of Cups, I feel like you're leaving something maybe very negative behind. I mean, this could definitely be an emotional state, right? Maybe you're leaving behind an addiction and you're having like a new start, okay? Where you're like, I'm gonna be more healthy for myself. But this could also be maybe leaving behind a negative workplace, a boss that wasn't the right fit, a place that wasn't the right fit, an environment that was kind of maybe controlling or negative, or a relationship that was controlling or negative, okay? Justice is here to balance this out, to kind of, I feel like you're leaving this behind because it's no longer part of your karma. You're like, I'm done with this. I'm done being trapped or having the illusion of being trapped or controlled by this thing. And karma is here to balance things out, to give you this new beginning, to give you this exciting new start. That's going to help. I feel like it's going to really set you off on a very positive note, a very positive foot within like your passion, within your career. Even if this is like very foundational as far as like a home, I feel like it's really going to affect all areas of your life. Okay, I think it's going to help you improve in your career, in your job, in your business, in your studies, whatever it is that you're working on that you're very passionate about right now. Yeah, this could also be saying like it's two things. So it could be you've got a new job and you have to move to a new place for it, right? Or you leave a relationship, and that because you leave a relationship, you move somewhere new, and that really allows you to thrive, and you didn't even realize there was, so much that was blocking you just in this one aspect of life, and it's going to help balance out so much in your life just by leaving this behind. It's like, yeah, right now you might not even realize how much you are chained to this, how little you're able to actually move or achieve because of this thing. And you'll know what it is because you're leaving it. You're leaving something behind. You're letting go. Okay? And maybe you're still in the process of doing this. I'm sure by most of you are still in the process of fully, maybe grieving, letting go, finishing up any last details, right? Maybe you're realizing just how much of a negative influence it is in your life, or how much it's holding you back. Or maybe you don't even like yourself in this place, Maybe you're like, oh man, it's really affecting me and my mental state. Okay, I'm gonna let Spirit guide me to your decks. Everyone's gotten, it's interesting sometimes. Everyone gets sometimes one of the same. So you're getting an archetype card. So Spirit, for pile number 3, what do they need to know about what they're not seeing? Thank you. Okay, so we have the Virgin. Light attribute, maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. Shadow attribute, fear of intimate union. Wow. So I feel this is representing you. I feel like even though you may have been in a negative place or a state of mind or with negative energies, people, I think you kept your heart open, you kept your purity, you kept you kept sharing who you are with love, and not afraid of, even though maybe you were judged, looked at unfairly, treated unfairly, I don't think that it ever corrupted you. And I think it really tried to. It really tried to bring you down. Maybe relationships really tried to bring you down to their level. Or maybe it was just, maybe you're just like in your hometown and it's just become toxic, but it never affected you. Okay? I mean, some of you guys could definitely be in the shadow of this, which is the fear of intimate union, because maybe you dealt with someone who is very controlling or manipulative. And so we have to leave that behind to maintain our heart, to maintain that faith in love and that openness of heart and of love, knowing that we do deserve that, right? Okay, so yeah, some of you could definitely be leaving a more toxic relationship here. Oh, this is beautiful. You guys are so beautiful. You guys have such nice energy. You're very pure. Very, and I don't mean that like you're naive. I mean, you know, maybe you've learned not to be, because feels right. But you, I feel like you're definitely in touch with your inner child. You just have such good intentions, and this place is not for you anymore because it's not that. It doesn't have that same energy as you. Okay? It's trying to corrupt you, but I feel like you're uncorruptible, but it means that you do deserve to have energy around you that is similar to you, okay? That helps you grow in these, and sees your beauty, sees that, you know, that beautiful open heart and that trusting spirit, and wants to nourish that and not dampen it, not control it, right? Okay. Child magical, light attributes, seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things, the belief that everything is possible. Shadow attributes, pessimism, depression, and disbelief in miracles, believing that energy and action are not required for growth. I'm going to... Okay, we're going to get more cards. Okay, we're going to go to the Mystic Martian Oracle. Thank you. Okay, we have Blue Avians, philosophy, releasing karma, mysticism. So yeah, this is definitely, like we said with justice, right? It's like your karma is balancing out. Your karma, it's like maybe you were meant to learn, you've learned what you've needed to learn out of this situation, out of this place, out with these people, and now it's just become almost like negative and toxic in whatever way that resonates with you. Okay, a lot of like beautiful blues and pinks here. Do you see this like coming together? Wow. It's like, it's definitely like childlike and innocent and pure, and it's beautiful and very peaceful. So you are releasing this karma and you're moving on because you're done with a karmic cycle here. You're totally finishing up a karmic cycle in your life, with maybe karmic relationships in your life, and it's like you've passed the test. You've maintained your childlike spirit, you've maintained your pure intention, your open heart. You never let it corrupt you. You never let it get to you. And because of that, now you've beaten the karma. Now you've healed. You've done what you came here to do with this, and you did it with beauty, right? And you never lost the magic. You never lost the belief in the magic, even when things were really dark. And because of that, you're breaking the chains of karma, and now you're getting this new beginning. Now you get to really start on this new path with freshness, with new energy. It's like you get a fresh slate, and this is what it's going to be filled with: peace, love, purity, faith, joy, magic, right? You get to create your magical new beginning in the way that you want it to be. It's no longer going to be up to anyone else, or it's no longer going to be restricted or held back, controlled with fear. It's like, no, I don't want fear. I don't want these, strict rules, or in whatever way, right? I'm not saying rules are bad, but it's like, I want to bring magic and joy and wonder in my life, because I truly believe in that. I truly believe that life can contain that. And where you're at right now, or whoever you're with right now, whatever resonates, okay? If you don't already feel this with, like, let's say your partner, then don't project that onto them, because it's not them, right? You'll already know what this is that you have to move away from. Okay, this is not going to be new to you. This is not, this reading is not like revealing this to you. It's just confirming this, okay? That what you're not seeing here is that this happened it's confirming that you are moving. It's saying like, yes, what you're feeling is true. Okay. But it's explaining that this is a karmic thing. That's why you were here. That's why you're dealing with it. And, that's why you have to release, and that's why you have to go. That it is not good for you anymore. It's not good for your spirit and your soul. I feel like you'd only dim your light, and you'd only lose that wonderful spirit that you have if you stay. Okay, it'll only be bad for you because it's not supportive of who you are, and it's not going to, encourage you and love you and accept you. It's going to, it's just going to deny it and push it away and try to replace your love with fear. I'm just going to take a sip of tea. Okay, we're going to go to the Animal Spirit deck. Yeah, you guys are like so loving and fun, and it's such a joy to be around. And it's a shame that, anyone can't see that or where you're at doesn't support that kind of energy, It's a shame, but for you, this is beautiful, and you are headed in a place where they will see and appreciate that. And you have nothing to like be ashamed of, or don't hide yourself just because they can't see your lights. Look at that with the firefly. How beautiful. How beautiful is that? You are shining so brightly. You are a light in the darkness. Okay, you are such a bright light in a dark place, right? You show people the way. You show people, what light is. And just because some people can't recognize the light doesn't mean that that's not what you are. You just have to go into the direction of more light, of other people who see you, who also have a light, right? So I'll read this out of the book for you. I know this card does talk on certain things. I think like a creative passion, but I think the key message to this card, regardless of what it says, is that you are this shining light, and to not deny that. It's hard to see that in yourself, right? Because you're just being it all the time. So it's sometimes hard to have a bit of an outside perspective, but they're telling you what you don't see is how bright you are, how much of a loving light you are. Okay, that you deserve to be seen as this. You deserve to be loved as this mystic. Maybe you are like a healer of some kind, or you're very spiritual. Oh, you're definitely very spiritual. Whether you know that or not, I'm not sure. Okay. It says, inspired and fantastic, yet fleeting. The firefly contains the light of 1,000 stars. That's you. Is pure, radiant, and illuminating. This high frequency charge cannot be sustained for long. Therefore, the firefly card indicates a moment of inspiration or awakening that quickly fades if we do not catch it. There is firefly energy behind every poem, song, and invention. Our job is to be ready to harness this creative spirit when it graces our path. What can you do to support this precious and elusive light? When in balance, writes, creates, brainstorms. When out of balance, burnt out, feels dull. To bring into balance, write a poem, draw. So I feel like this is just advice for you as far as keeping your light bright and keeping your energy high. Is channeling it into, create your creative passion, do that you enjoy, that brings you energy, right? That makes your inner child happy. Is that writing? Is that drawing? Is that, cutting up paper and pasting? Is that, knitting? Is that sewing? Like whatever your thing is, they're saying that's how you recharge your light. Okay? You have no idea how powerful your light is and how many people it affects. Okay? You are truly a gift and a guide on earth. And you probably don't even realize how much you affect the people around you and how bright you are. And it's only because you've been in a place that doesn't value that or doesn't support that. It's just too lost in fear. Okay? And they're just saying, if you ever feel depleted, okay, allow yourself to rest, but channel your energy into creativity. That's what feeds you. Okay? That's what feeds your light, and it feeds your love and your joy and allows you to shine. So I'm going to take this one off the top of the deck because it was moving there, and we have Swan. And this definitely reminds me of a very mystic energy, right? We have mysticism and philosophy here. It's that reflection. It's like, it's very spiritual. It's very reflective. And it's like we want to see our reflection without distortion, right? With our pure selves. And I feel like you're coming into a very pure sense of self without the outer world distorting you anymore. It was like, you know, before maybe your mind or your thoughts were still maybe in self-doubt or in low self-worth. And so maybe it was still reflecting in this darkness. But now I feel like you're seeing yourself with the true reflection. And so now you get to go into the physical reality in which reflects that true self, that trueness, that true love that you are, right? Because you see it now, because you see yourself and accept yourself as that. Okay, effortless creativity, sensitive mystic, again with the mystic, elegant power. The swan represents heightened creativity. In Hindu mythology, the goddess Saraswati, the embodiment of language, creativity, and artistry, rides on the back of this graceful creature. The swan is ready to take us there, to the fluid realm of writing, creating, and reflecting. Wow, again, a lot of creative energy here. So you are definitely a big creator. You have a lot of creative energy with this inner child. And like, I feel like you create for the pure love and joy of it. And whatever you create is super fun, like super enjoyable. I think a lot of people like see it and they're like, wow. They really get to see your spirit when you do it. And with the Page of Wands, like I said, whatever this change is, it's going to help your creativity. Okay. This potent and healing energy is not to be taken for granted or taken lightly. When the Swan card appears, your soul is calling for attention, for solo time. An inner voice is waiting to be heard, an inner vision likely to be revealed. When in balance, infinite creative power. When out of balance, agitated, snippy, lacking vision. To bring into balance, solo time, writing. So if you have been feeling like a little bit of heaviness, a little bit of darkness, it's just because you're purging things and you're having to let go of them. And to come into balance, yeah, like they said, spend time alone, spend time doing things that you find creative. That will help your light brighten. That will help your energy come back to you. And you actually being able to feel better, feel more yourself. Okay, wow. That was a very layered message there, but I hope it resonated with you, pile 3. That was your message for today about what you're not currently seeing. I hope this advice, I think this was some great advice for you at the end there with, you know, if you're feeling this heaviness, because if you're in this transition of a new beginning, we're still letting go of the old, you know, to spend time alone doing things that you find creatively satisfying, letting your inner child play. Right? That's what's going to help you. If you do feel a little bit of heaviness or a little bit not yourself. So if this resonated, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you never miss another reading. Shout out pile 3 in the comments. I'd love to hear your story if you'd like to share it. And if you would like a personal reading with me, you can do so down in the description box. I also offer energy healing in the form of hypnosis. Okay, so it's a very spiritual, very deep and profound type of healing. And so if you would like any information on that, you can email me, which is also in the description box. Otherwise, I will see you guys on the next reading. All of my love, pile 3. Peace.